I was just talking to my friend, and we were just talking about the issues. And he asked me where I was going. I said I was traveling to some part of the country. He said, "What are you going to go and do there?" I said, "I want to go and meet somebody to open up and tell them my mind. I want to connect to somebody." And then he made a joke. He said, "You know your problem." Saying that because you don't collect money, now why you there? You get all your problems don't change. I said, "What is the essence of having money?" You get what I said? What is the essence of having more money? The essence of having more money in your life is so that you can free your mind off of the basic necessities, right? And there will be a lot of space in your mind for you to think about more longer term problems, more long standing issues, more issues that affect a lot of people. Now, why Bill Gates, having made money too much, he can open foundation. Although there's some tax benefits, right? I know all those things, but it's beyond that. And then you now start to think about GMO and all those other extra things, good or bad. He has allowed his mind to evolve to other problems that go beyond him and his family. He get ideology. He first hustle. When he make the hustle, he can't get it. But he always had that opinion. If you settle down, understand Bill Gates, for instance, you see that he had some opinions before. When they criticize the guy, say he wants to do this, he wants to do that, but he has ideology. You don't have ideology. You just want to wake up, hustle, hustle for you and your family. When you and your family do good, you hustle for the next family, and you go every day. They just born you come this life to come and hustle. You are just a hustle machine. You don't have any. You don't get ideology. You don't get political. You don't even get one goal where they affect the group. So okay, I want people of this village to even as long as I'm alive, may they even get money, or may they even get water. You don't get any of those type of dreams. All your dream now. You. You have money now. Your mind still there on, hey, how can I gather resources? How can I gather resources for myself? You get what I'm saying? What are the Nigerian billionaires doing? You're concerned about another billionaire we get dreams of making the world better, whatever better means in his own head, right? The better might be worse for you. I'm not saying that he's good or bad. I'm just saying that you get what's in the pursue. What are your billionaires doing? We don't have patriotic billionaires. We don't have billionaires that think about maybe the African cause or the problems that are plaguing the country. We just had a billionaire's daughter getting married. They did 3 marriages. 3 marriages. 3 marriages. No one in Nigeria. You get what I'm saying? 3 marriages. 3 marriages. I went and watched the videos, and people say, "Oh, God, when, God, how?" Cool, cool, cool. The problem with Nigeria is everybody wants to be a billionaire. From the statistics, only very maybe tiny amount of people are going to be billionaires, which means you might not be a billionaire. But instead of you to be thinking the mindset of the billionaire, you don't even have. You just have the prayer points of a billionaire. That's because you don't have anything you want to do with money. You just want to get money. Now, the difference between Nigerian billionaires and other billionaires, number one, how they got their money. If you get your money through process, when you get that money, you go want try benefit process type of getting money. If you get your money via connection, you will always try to tell people to go and be getting connection, and not be everybody if you get connection, right? And if you get through some connections where we say now, crooked, right? You might not even want to say it out loud. So therefore, nobody's going to really know the source of how you actually got the wealth. And also, you would not be able to promote some kind of hard work. You get what I'm saying? Which there's something that Tedala said in that his stuff. He said, I see you guys hustling. We thought that we're hustling back in the day. We didn't hustle, right? He said those Otodola and Dangote, all those people are individually. I think that they're hardworking people. I'm not saying they're not hardworking people. Um, some of them just did not go through the process that some other people in other countries, in other developed countries, usually go through in terms of making their wealth. That's why it's hard for the wealth to trickle down, right? Um, Now, Dangote, for instance, you guys are going about Dangote for uh, the truck incident and all those things. Yes, you have to hold people accountable. And then some people are saying Dangote is the problem of Nigeria. Dangote is not the problem of Nigeria. Dangote is one of the billionaires that I personally can even see I respect. Why? This is one of the Nigerian billionaires that turned an industry into a net importer to an exporter. So if you're angry about Dangote for monopoly, for instance, for cement, you think that if there was no Dangote, that there will be several other companies doing the cement. That's where you probably get it wrong. Because we have seen other resources in the country where the major players, even though there's not one big major player, the major players are a bunch of foreign nationals or foreign people trying to take this thing. So even though monopoly is bad in the sense of, let's say, considering a country forever or for a long term, monopoly is actually sometimes necessary to structure an industry and to gather the resources and to try to meet the fundamental needs of an industry first. And then later in the country's development, when probably then you want to try to break it up, right? Just like the normal principles of economy. So I believe that is true. But I'm just saying that instead of castigating Dangote all the time, he's done a good thing. He's also built, created whatever it is, the biggest refinery in, I think, Africa or in the world, exporting for the first time. If you think about Nigeria as a step-by-step process, then you'll see that Dangote himself is not really a bad person. He's doing something along those lines. But the billionaire that is the model was the founder of Celtel. He's the founder of Celtel. Mo Ibrahim. You guys go look him up. Mo Ibrahim has a NGO that's focused on good governance, and this man has tried, right? But my point is, what are Nigerian billionaires doing? When you make $1 billion and you are in Nigeria and you have small NGOs here and there just to make sure that people are eating small food and all those things, that's not what we're talking about. Do Nigerian billionaires have any ideology that is tied to like the development of the country? Does it pain them? Most likely not, because if they were tied to that, first of all, if the Nigeria was developed, those people might not even be billionaires. Another set of people might be billionaires, maybe like all those tech guys in Lagos and all those things. But because this system, the way the system is, favors their type of billionaire making, they are not actually ready to do things that would challenge the process. But my thing is that even as a human being, they born you for Nigeria. You hustle, you become a billionaire in dollars. Now you never open think tank. For America, the billionaires, as me and you are speaking, they don't open think tank. You go here, conservative think tank, found and sponsored by the founder of Walmart. You go here, such and such research think tank for governance, funded by such and such. Our billionaires, what are they doing? What are these multi-millionaires doing? Like, when you have money, it's supposed to free you from the normal hustle where all of us, they also make you start to think of the existential problem of your continent, of your country, even of your village self. You can't even turn your village into a factory, something like you can't even do. What are you a billionaire for? What has your billionaire status apart from the business where you do? What has your billionaire status actually helped to advance Africa? They have an African problem. What has your billionaire status helped to tackle African problems beyond your business, African problems? I don't see them passionate. You don't go YouTube now. On YouTube now, you know, go just on YouTube, see Dollar, for instance. They talk about the food crisis in Gombe. And what are those things? This is a billionaire that has money. Nobody's saying you should go and take half of your money and go and give, but just be talking. Have 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 bigger dreams. You have made this money. Expand. Allow yourself to have something that you're passionate. Like what are we doing, bro?